Hey guys, I'm Veronica Shavie. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is an in-depth review of this guy right here. This is the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation. And if you watch YouTube videos, then you know that there's been a lot of talk about this foundation recently. I think it was Nikki Tutorials that talked about it most recently. This is actually a really old foundation, meaning that it's been around on the market for a very long time. I mentioned it in my last haul video, and I promised you guys that I would try it out and report back to you. So I used to use this foundation years and years ago. I actually think that I wore this foundation for my high school graduation pictures. So it has been around for quite a while, and I was excited to try it again to see if I loved it as much as I did back then. So that's what we're gonna do today. I've been wearing it for the last couple of weeks. If you watch my channel, you already know that I don't like to do a lot of first impressions when it comes to foundations, because I think that this is something that it's substantial. You need it to last a long time. You need to know what it looks like, not just on the moment that you put it on your skin, but you need to know if it's gonna wear and if it's gonna break up on you. So I like to wear it for a couple of weeks before I come on here on camera and give you guys a recommendation on a product. So I have been doing that, and I am going to wear test it for the day today and bring you guys along with me for the day so that you can see how it does throughout a nice hot summer day here in Florida. So that's what we're gonna do, but before we get into that, I wanted to give you guys just some of the particulars and some of the claims on this product. So as you can see, it has this beautiful tapered frosted glass packaging, which is really nice. It looks very luxe. On top, it does have a plastic top to it, and then it does have the embossed Lancome rose. And then when you open it up, there is a pump in here, which always makes it really easy and very hygienic. So the packaging is great. You do get 1 full ounce of product in here, which is your typical amount of foundation that you usually get in any type of product like this. And you do have a 15 SPF in here as well, so you have some sun protection, which is always nice, especially in the summertime. It is supposed to be a up to 24-hour color wear and comfort and transfer resistant. So as I always say, I'm not going to wear it for 24 hours, but I will give it a good shot. I'll wear it for at least 8 hours or so today and give you guys a good idea of how it wears. So as far as the coverage, it's supposed to be medium to full coverage. It's supposed to last all day with a velvety light matte finish. And so I think what they mean by that is it isn't going to be ultra matte where it kind of just blanks out everything on your skin. It's still supposed to be a natural looking type of velvety finish. And it is supposed to lessen the appearance of pores, and it's supposed to be formulated in a way with special pigments that actually match the pH level of your skin. That is the reason, or the formulation that allows it to last all day without needing any touch-ups. So a lot of great claims in there, and so I'm looking forward to wearing this all day for you guys so that you guys can judge for yourselves if it really does all of the things that it claims to do. So I am going to start out with the application. The only thing I'm wearing on my skin now is this Ultra Repair Intense Hydration Lotion, which is my moisturizer by First Aid Beauty, which, by the way guys, I also hauled this at the same time as the foundation, and I love this stuff. It's really, really great. I am going to be doing my NYX First Base Primer as well. I've really been hydrating my skin much more than I used to prior to doing my foundation now, and I really think that my foundation is looking a lot better because of it. Once this sinks into my skin fully, I will also be priming just in this center area, the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. This is the pore minimizing primer, and I've really been liking this primer and the NYX primer together combined. They make like the perfect priming combo. By the way, I am using the shade 320 Bisque Warm, and I did just put a little bit of that on my hand. As you can see, it's a medium consistency, not super runny, not super thick. and I just am going to take that on a 948.1 Delium Tools brush, and I'm just going to use this to kind of put it on my face, just because I have long nails now and it's a little bit more tricky. And I'm going to do half of my face with a beauty blender for you beauty blender users out there, and then I'll do the other half with a brush. So that blended in really beautifully. I think that the Beauty Blender did a great job of blending it in, and it does look exactly like what the description of it is, a velvety matte finish, but also natural. And I'm just going to use on the other side this buffing brush from Real Techniques. So having done both sides, I think honestly you can either go with your beauty blender or go with your favorite foundation buffing brush. Both sides look absolutely beautiful. I do think that the side that I use the brush on looks slightly, it has probably a little bit more coverage, so that might be the deciding factor for you. If you're someone who likes a little bit more coverage, then maybe use your brush. If you like something a little bit less, a little bit more natural and a little bit more sheer, then go with your beauty blender. But as far as I'm concerned, I think both sides look beautiful. I am just gonna buff a little bit more on the beauty blender side with my brush, and just the very tiny little bit that I had left on my hand, just to even out both sides. So I've got you guys very zoomed in here so that you can see. Hopefully you'll be able to tell that you can still see my freckles. I have a freckle right here, and I do have freckles all in this area that you can see, and you can definitely see natural skin peeking through. If this was just a regular makeup look for me, I would absolutely just leave it like this. I don't think there's any need to get any more coverage. It's blurring and covering exactly what I want it to, but for the sake of the video, just so that we can see how a second layer looks, if you really wanted to go for a full coverage look, let's see how the foundation does once we do that. Going to do a little bit more foundation on each side, and I'm just going to go in with my brush to finish it off. As far as the scent, it smells similar to me. It smells similar to Clinique foundations to me. It is a very light scent. There really isn't much scent at all. And whatever scent there is, as soon as you start buffing it in, it completely disappears. I do think that this second layer really does get you to full coverage status as far as coverage goes. And I will zoom you guys back in so that you can take a look at it now. Okay, so here is the foundation with that second layer, and I do still think it looks really nice. There is nothing looking cakey or crusty in any of these areas. Everything actually blended in really well, even though I had done my eye makeup first. Everything's blending really nicely around the eyebrows, and again, I don't feel at this time that there's anything cakey or unnatural looking at all, even though with the second layer it does look much more matte. So that's it for the application part of this video. I'm going to just finish off the rest of my face makeup off camera, and then I will be back with you in just a second. So the rest of my makeup is on. I will list the things that I used on my face in the bottom bar. It's now 1:35. Believe it or not, I started this video around 12:30. So that is the time that I basically put the foundation on, about 12:30. 12:30, 1 o'clock, let's say. Let's call it 1 o'clock. So I'll check in with you guys in a few hours to let you know how the foundation is holding up. So I will see you then. Hey guys, so it is about 5:21 and I put this makeup on at around 12:30, 1 o'clock, so it's been around 5 hours or so, and I hope that you guys can see, but the foundation looks pretty much exactly the way that it did when I put it on hours ago. The only thing is maybe it looked a little bit more matte. Maybe in this area it looks more just like a satin finish there, but other than that it looks pretty much perfect. It hasn't settled in any lines, it hasn't broken up anywhere, it really still looks very fresh. It isn't blotchy in any places, it just really looks very good. And to be honest, I kind of like the fact that it doesn't look as matte because I prefer a foundation that really looks like real skin. So my take on this so far is that it looks really good. I love it. It's really humid and hot today. If you're hearing all that noise, it is July 4th. So we've been out barbecuing a little bit and people are starting the fireworks. So anyway guys, I will check in with you guys a couple of hours from now as well, before I take off my makeup to give you my final thoughts. See you later. Hey guys, so the lighting is obviously very different now because it is 7:24. So I have been wearing this foundation for about 7 hours in total now, and if you guys hear a little bit of noise, there is a huge storm that just rolled in, so I apologize for the outside noise that you might be hearing. I have been wearing this foundation for a couple of weeks now. What I found is that this foundation is really awesome. It does well under all different circumstances. So whether your skin is a little bit extra dry one day, if your skin is a little extra oily one day, if you use different primers, if you set it with powder, if you don't set it with powder, which by the way I did not set anything with powder today. As you guys can see, my skin still looks really flawless. It still looks really nice. There are no patchy areas. I was playing with my daughter. She loves to, she's in that age where she grabs your face and grabs, I mean, it doesn't matter what you do to this foundation. It just looks beautiful and flawless and lasts for a really long time and looks like real skin. And to be honest with you, I feel like the longer you wear this foundation, the more beautiful it looks. So I mean, it's everything you want in a foundation. I absolutely love this foundation. This is the foundation that I would wear for special occasions. Even though it does have a 15 SPF, I don't find that I get any flashback or any white cast when I do take photographs. So I don't think that that's an issue either. It's just a really nice foundation. Now, I didn't mention before, it is $47. It's Lancome. It's a luxury brand, but honestly, I think that in this case, it's such a nice formula that looks so beautiful on the skin that I would absolutely recommend it. I think that it's worth the money. So that's it, guys. Those are my thoughts on this guy right here, the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear. I really love it. I would love to know what you guys think of this foundation if you've tried it. Definitely leave me a comment down below if you like this foundation, or just your comments. Tell me if it really wasn't worth it for you, if you didn't feel like it was great on your skin. I'd love to know. And if anybody out there has like a dupe or anything that they found for this specific formula that you feel does the same thing but is a drugstore option, please let me know. I know I will let you guys know if I find it first. So let me know. I read all of your comments and I really appreciate when you guys interact. I want to get to know you guys even better. So definitely leave me a comment below. And if you like me, if you like this video, if you found it helpful, please make sure that you click on that like button down below. Just click it. Don't be scared. Just click it, click it, just click it. If this was your first time here, if you made it to the end of the video and you are not yet subscribed to my channel, I would appreciate it so much if you subscribe and hit that little bell button next to it so that you get notified and you don't miss any of my videos. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.